When you look at airline route maps, the world seems smaller. Curved lines connect cities in ways that make distant destinations feel tantalizingly close. Those lines aren't random, they're great circles, the shortest paths between 2 points on a sphere. This concept, known as great circle distance, plays a key role in dictating flight times and schedules. Yet, what seems like simple geometry ripples into everything from fuel consumption to how airlines calculate flight times and plan your journey. So what exactly is a great circle? It's a line that cuts a sphere into 2 equal halves. On a globe, it represents the shortest distance between 2 points. For airlines, the Great Circle path is the most efficient route a plane can fly, at least in theory. If you've ever noticed that flights between North America and Europe curve very near to Greenland on a map, that's not a detour, it's the Great Circle path. But here's where it gets tricky. While Great Circle distance provides the shortest route, it doesn't always equal the route a plane actually flies. Airspace restrictions, weather conditions, jet stream positioning, and even geopolitical tensions can force pilots to deviate from the Great Circle. For instance, a flight between New York and Tokyo might swing farther north or south than expected, depending on wind patterns over the Pacific or airspace restrictions. The relationship between Great Circle distance and flight time is where things get even more interesting. While shorter distances typically mean shorter flight times, other factors can complicate the equation. The jet stream, a high-altitude wind current, can significantly speed up or slow down flights. Eastbound flights across the Atlantic often benefit from tailwinds, shaving up to an hour off flight times, while westbound flights face headwinds that can stretch the journey considerably. To account for these variables, airlines don't just go by Great Circle distance, they use block time, the scheduled duration from when a plane pushes back from the gate to when it arrives at its destination gate. Block time includes taxiing, takeoff, landing, and any expected delays caused by weather or air traffic control. Airlines have to carefully balance block time. Too short, and delays become inevitable, frustrating passengers and throwing off connecting flights. Too long, and it creates inefficiencies, with planes spending extra time on the ground when they could be earning revenue. For example, a flight from New York to London may have a Great Circle distance of around 5,500 kilometers, but its block time might range from 6 to 8 hours, depending on prevailing winds and airport congestion. For ultra-long-haul flights, the relationship between Great Circle distance, flight time, and operations becomes even more complex. Consider Singapore Airlines' non-stop flight from Singapore to New York, one of the longest in the world, covering over 15,000 kilometers. While the Great Circle route is direct, the flight duration, close to 19 hours, depends heavily on avoiding adverse weather conditions over the Arctic. Great Circle distance also shapes airline fuel planning and operational efficiency. Airlines calculate how much fuel is needed not just for the Great Circle route, but for potential deviations, holding patterns, or even diverting to alternate airports. Every extra mile flown increases fuel burn, so minimizing deviations from the Great Circle is critical to controlling costs and reducing environmental impact. Airline scheduling and crew management are also tied to Great Circle calculations. Flight crews are subject to strict duty limits set by aviation authorities to prevent fatigue, so even slight deviations from the Great Circle path can push a flight beyond allowable working hours. For example, flights operating near the edge of crew limits, such as Los Angeles to Auckland, must carefully plan around possible disruptions to avoid delays or costly crew changes. Another fascinating layer is how passengers experience flight paths. On some flights, your in-seat entertainment system may display a map showing the aircraft following a curved path over seemingly remote areas like the Arctic or Siberia. While it might look like your plane is taking a strange detour, it's actually the shortest path. For aviation enthusiasts, watching this curved trajectory unfold in real time is a reminder of the invisible geometry guiding modern travel. Technological advancements have also changed how airlines approach Great Circle routes. Modern navigation systems like GPS allow planes to fly more precise paths, reducing unnecessary detours. This is particularly important for initiatives like free route airspace in Europe, where airlines are given more flexibility to choose the most efficient paths instead of sticking to predefined airways. And then there's the future. As environmental concerns grow, Great Circle efficiency is taking on a new level of importance. Airlines are increasingly focused on reducing emissions per passenger kilometre, and flying closer to the Great Circle route is one of the simplest ways to achieve this. Combined with advancements in fuel-efficient aircraft like the Boeing 787 and Airbus A350, Great circle routing is helping airlines balance sustainability with profitability. The next time you see your flight path curving over unfamiliar terrain, you'll know it's not an illusion or a mistake. YouTube thinks you'll like this video too. Click to find out. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.